You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.
Covering all conversation, from dating to getting revenge on your exes. This is Talking Points with Shabazz Davis on World Improv Network.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? This is Talking Points. I'm your host, Shabazz Davis. First of all, I want to give a shout out to my man, Jerome Carmichael, who's been sitting in for me for 41 of the last 43 weeks. Good looking out, Jerome, and make sure to get back here, though, so you can do my laundry, you know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, we got a pretty good topic to be talking about today. It's something that's near and dear to my heart, and that is international espionage. You know what I'm saying? Growing up where I grew up, that was the talk of the town. But no one ever got to do none in international espionage. We just gangbanging and stuff. But that's why it's so fascinating. And that's why Jerome had Jack from 24 the other day, you know, on my show. So we want to keep that ball rolling and get right to it. So we got the first guest that I want to bring. We brought him all over here from Russia. We got Mr. Espionage himself, Mr. Vladimir Putin. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, the first thing I want to ask you, Vladimir, is for your autograph. Can you give me your autograph?
It is already in the second drawer in your bureau.
Well, thank you so much. You're just such a great man. I don't even know why people say the things they say about you.
I do, because I have bugs and equipment to detect what people say.
Yeah, that's what the audience thinks too, but that's all right. They like that. People want to be herded like cattle.
Just like you have studio here where microphones hang above audience to capture applause and groans and other noises they make, I have the world as my own little studio.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people have been saying about you lately, Vlad. So I want to get right to it. We get to the heart of the matter on this show.
Let us cut it out.
Well, a lot of people.
The blood.
That's right. A lot of people have been saying, Vlad, that political activist who just died a couple days ago, Mr. Boris Nemtsov, they saying you had him whacked or you killed him yourself. What do you say about that?
I did not kill him myself.
You weren't wearing that white shirt and drove off in that white car?
I don't even know what a car is.
Oh, that's a good point. That might be your alibi, Vlad, because you haven't driven a car in 20 years.
That's right. I just ride in them, if I knew what they were.
Okay. Well, what about the former Polish president, Mr. Lech Kaczynski, who died in a plane crash when he was having a rally against you? You had anything to do with that?
No. I can say with very much certainty that plane crashes have been very common recently, though, so maybe planes are breaking.
Oh, man, I never thought about that. That's a good point.
Yeah, you know, people accuse me. They point finger at Vladimir, say, oh, he super espionage man. You probably responsible for shady dealings. Maybe, though, you know, just manufacturers do not make good products.
Yeah, that's what the audience thinks, too. Yeah, there is some shady stuff out there, especially the stuff made in China. I mean, it just ain't all that good anymore. You know, it's coming over by the planes and the Walmart, crashing into Arkansas, delivering all this product that nobody needs to buy.
They put lead in babies' toys so as to make dumb children of America.
Yeah, everyone likes to be stupid. So, well, that goes to the next question right here, Vlad. Remember that former Russian spy of yours, Mr. Alexander Kalikovinko, I think his name was.
Kalikovinko.
Yeah, that's right,
Kalikovinko.
Yeah, when he died in...
kind of like Plinko,
like
famous game
and
Price is Right. Very fun to watch. Epitomizes American capitalism.
Yeah, so when Alexander Plinko, he died in London...
Yes,
he
you're
died a couple of years ago back in London, and he was poisoned by polonium. Now, they were saying that's the first ever nuclear terrorist espionage ever, and they were saying that you done did that because you didn't like Mr. Polenko.
You know what I say about that? Polonium?
Yes.
That's a bunch of balonium.
Well, I want to ask you about one more person then. Before we get to our next guest, I want to bring the studio, okay? There was one more person that people saying that you had something to do with.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Yep, and that was that Viktor Yushchenko guy, the former president of the Ukraine.
Yes, I killed him.
You did? Oh, you did?
I will take responsibility for that one.
Okay, man, that's cool.
But, oh, you think so?
Well, I think so, because the audience thinks so, and I kind of go with the wind. Whatever they like, I'm liking, you know what I'm saying? Can I get your autograph again?
You must have played with lead-based Chinese product toys.
That's all I had when I was a kid.
Good.
All I had was them orange and red number 16 colored toys that would leak into my clothes, and I would chew on them like a pit bull.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That explains much.
Well, maybe it does, but maybe that's also why I kind of have that insight, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you being honest with me. Well, audience, we're going to put Vlad. Can I call you Czar? Or maybe like Divine Leader or something? Or should I just call you Vlad?
You may call me Messiah.
Messiah Putin?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds cool. Messiah Putin. You're not the only guest in the studio today. I brought someone else here who wants to get to the bottom of this Boris Nemtsov assassination that happened a couple days ago.
Yes, I am aware.
And that's Boris's super smoking hot girlfriend, Anya Durskaya. How you doing, Anya?
I am doing so good, Shabazz. Thank you.
How you feeling now that your boyfriend got done shot in the back 6 times and laid dead about only 100 yards from the Kremlin?
Oh, it makes the liquid come from me eyes when I think of it.
Are you saying he's crying? In America, we call that crying.
You cannot cry when you are a Soviet.
In
So
Russia, we call that weakness.
That's a good point. I've never seen a Russian cry before. Or a Soviet. Vlad.
But I want to make Mr. Putin, I want to make him leak and bleed, just like he did with Boris.
Did you see who actually pulled the trigger? Anya?
I can't say.
What do you mean can't? You scared of the man across from you? Is that why? We'll protect you here.
I can't say.
You can say whatever you want.
Well, all I'm saying is that I saw him shot, and whoever did it, you need to stop running the country that you're running.
Are you saying the Messiah done did it? Because that's what it sounds like.
I never said that specifically. I just think
It sounded implied.
Well, I just think the leader of Russia shouldn't go around killing people, but I'm not saying who I think did it.
Shabazz, many people, things go wrong in their own country, in their own lives, and more often than not, they point finger at somebody else, like government leaders, even in your own country, United States, which is worst country ever. People point finger at your President Obama and say, it's Obama's fault. Oh, Obamacare, more like Obama not care. Or in England, Prime Minister, what's his face? People point finger at him, say, you do not respect labor's rights. And he is right to not respect labor's rights, but people nonetheless point finger at government leaders. I cannot be expected to be held accountable anytime somebody dies or mysteriously disappears or is assassinated.
Well, as I look around my audience, I kind of get that affirmation that maybe it was just the worst case of suicide of all time. He shot himself 6 times in the back.
Maybe somebody was trying to kill pigeons.
Oh.
And they flew by in front of Nemtsov guy.
There is a lot of pigeon hunting by our neighborhood.
Anya, were you feeding pigeons that day?
Oh, I was. I have a pigeon feed.
See,
it was my fault.
That is right. It was your fault, wasn't it?
It was.
So
I imagine that she pulled trigger.
Are you saying that Did you shoot your boyfriend, or did he commit suicide? And he was just depressed because of the pigeon feed.
Probably too much time on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem. I heard about this on a different segment on our network here about a kid who was spending 18 hours a day on Facebook.
Every waking hour, going to toilet, cyber toilet.
Oh.
Super social cyber toilet.
When I look at your beautiful bald head and your big muscles, I don't think you would have shot nobody in the back. You would have just pugilized them to death.
I don't even know what that word means.
It means you would have boxed them old school style right there on that bridge and just killed them.
No, Mr. Putin has shown that he is quite the loving man. I'm sorry to ever have accused you of such a horrific crime.
Yes, what did you find when you returned home? Beaucoup de flowers, right? Many bouquets of flowers and chocolates.
The flowers
and
were nice.
A note that said, keep your mouth shut.
What did you like best from the Messiah that he sent to your house in condolences of your boyfriend?
My children back?
Your what?
He returned my children.
Oh, your children. Where were they at?
I don't know. He didn't tell me.
I didn't know either. That's a great miracle that your children show up.
Wow. How long were they gone for, Anja?
It sounds like a miracle that could have been performed by a Messiah.
Well, they were gone for 3 years.
Oh, that is a long time. It's so sad.
Well, it's good to see that at least we've gotten to the truth. They're out there on the international media just smearing you, Mr. Messiah. They're saying that you killed the Polish guy and your spy and the Ukrainian president with Agent Orange and all this kind of stuff. But I can see it in your eyes.
Well, haters going to hate, right, Shabazz?
That's a good point. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yes, politics. It's shady business.
That's a shady business. And I think that's kind of the lesson we need to leave with here today is don't hate the player, hate the game. And thank you all for tuning in to Talking Points with Shabazz Davis.
Give the Windcast your suggestions via Facebook, Twitter, or the KZKO Wind blog during the commercial break of what issues the Wind counselors can help you with during Good, Bad, Ugly. Next on KZKO.
You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO.